Hi everybody, so my name is Chris and I am a dermatology trainee working in the west of Scotland in the UK. And on this channel I share my life experience working in the UK, medicine, as well as my journey towards becoming a consultant dermatologist. And I share videos on dermatology, medicine, as well as general life in the UK. So as you can see, I am not in my usual room where I film my videos, and this is because I'm doing a completely different video from the videos that I've done, and this is on question and answers. I've just hit my 500 subscriber mark and I'm so excited about this. Thank you for subscribing, and keep it going, keep the enthusiasm going, keep the comments and emails going as well. I've asked people around me to ask me questions, and so now I'm going to answer them as honestly as I can. So this will be quite informal, quite casual, so sit back, have a cup of tea, a coffee, and enjoy. So I've got with me my tea from T2, and this is actually called the Quiet Mind because I like to be just calm, ready to answer questions. I have no idea what the questions are, so the answers would really be from my own honest opinions. And I've got this really nice paper chase cup or mug thing, as you call it. It's really cool. I use it for work, and yeah, sipping my tea in my favorite cup. So let's get started. So number one, where are you from? So I'm originally from Malaysia, but when I was a child, my family moved to Singapore. So I did my early schooling in Singapore. So that meant primary, secondary, and we have junior colleges as well, which is pre-university. So I did 2 years of that. Then I got into medicine, and then I went to Malaysia where I did 2.5 years of medicine, and then another 2.5 or 3 years in Aberdeen, which is in Scotland in the UK. So it's actually quite interesting. My medical school journey is split into 2 sites. So the first site was in Malaysia, where I did primarily theory, reading books and going to lectures, and then the other half, which is on practical work, where I went to the hospital for attachments. That was in Aberdeen. And my original medical school is actually a partner medical university where it has links with various other medical universities across the world. It's called International Medical University. I think it's quite unique because you can experience, both different types of education kind of in 2 completely different universities. So that was my medical school years. And then I did my medical training down south in England, and then I went back up to Scotland in Glasgow, where I did my core medical training, and now I'm doing dermatology here. So long story cut short, I have actually traveled to quite a lot of places ever since I was 20 years old. Fun fact, I have been moving house every year from one city to another for the past 4 or 5 years until recently, where I've just settled down in a place near Glasgow. Number 2, what made you want to do YouTube? I think I've always wanted to be artistic and creative since young. When I was a child, I wanted to be a ballet dancer, which is quite odd actually. And then I also wanted to be a teacher at some point, a poet. I got into reading poems at one point in my life, and I did literature in my college years as well. I also did a bit of dancing here and there when I was younger. So yeah, I've always wanted to do something creative, and YouTube allows me to have my own channel, to create my own content, and basically do whatever I want within reason, of course, and manage my own creativity. I always get a sense of satisfaction whenever I script, film, edit, and then publish a video successfully. Number 3, what is your favorite skincare routine? I would say at the moment, I don't have a very expensive skincare, and I don't stick to one particular brand. When I was young, I used to just try everything I could find from the drugstores, but actually they didn't really work for my skin type because I had a combination oily skin, and I had really bad cystic acne with scarring, and it was so bad that to this day I still have the occasional acne spots, and I still have permanent rolling scars. If there is just one advice I would give to my younger self, it would probably be the fact that you need to treat your acne aggressively with active ingredients rather than wait till it's too late and you get scarring. Of course, there are treatments for scarring, but each type of treatment has its own disadvantages and problems, so you just have to be careful, especially people of skin of color like myself. You don't want to run the risk of hyperpigmentation. My skincare routine would be in the morning, I would clean my face using a facial wash, so that would probably be anything that's non-comedogenic, that doesn't have much active ingredients, like the brand Simple, which is quite affordable in the UK. Sometimes I use La Roche-Posay when I'm feeling a bit fancy, but generally I stick to the basics, because cleansers to me, as long as it's something that is gentle to the skin, that doesn't have a lot of ingredients, that doesn't clog the pores, more than happy to go with that. After that, I would then put on my active ingredient, which is benzoyl peroxide by acne.org, and I have actually made a video on this in my channel, which you can check it out. Essentially, benzoyl peroxide is good for the skin because it helps reduce any inflammation. It helps to kill off any of the P. acne bacteria that can cause the inflammation on the skin. And then after benzoyl peroxide, I then use a moisturizer with a sun factor in it, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, it is by, yes, so the moisturizer is by CeraVe, and that has SPF in it. And at night, before going to shower, I would then wash my face again with Simple facial wash or any other Simple brands. I would then, put a topical retinoids, and there are a lot of topical retinoids that I've tried. And actually, if you're interested, I can probably make a video of the ones that I've tried and share with you guys what worked for me and what didn't. Topical retinoids is a must because it's a wonder drug. It helps reduce inflammation, even out any wrinkles or fine lines. It helps with acne scarring to a certain extent, as well as any skin inflammation as a result. So that's what I do for my skincare routine. Very simple, but effective for me. What are your favorite things to do in your free time? I would say YouTube. YouTube has taken a lot of my free time because, I am just one person doing YouTube whilst also juggling work and life in general. But in my spare time, if I'm not working, I guess I like to do the things that people do, which is watching shows on Netflix and Amazon Prime. I've got both subscriptions. Don't judge me. I also like to read. So I've been reading my Kindle ebooks, and they are actually quite nice. So nowadays I have gotten into the habit of reading my Kindle, where I bought and downloaded various ebooks. I used to read a lot of hard copy books, especially fantasy fiction. I'm the type of person who would spend hours reading the books because I get sucked into the fantasy world, really. So things like Harry Potter, I've read them count of times. I was one of the people who would queue up when the Harry Potter books were first sold on the stores. Then I would also cook a lot in my free time. I like to experiment with various recipes. There is this YouTube channel that I follow that I use a lot of recipes from, and she is I think Australian and Thai YouTuber who is based in Thailand, Bangkok, if I'm not mistaken. Her name is Marion, and her channel's name is Marion's Kitchen, so do check her out. Why should people follow your channel? I hope my channel would be useful and educational, first of all, for the general public, as well as healthcare professionals who are seeing patients with skin conditions. This is of course not a substitute for medical advice, but essentially I hope my channel will give a general overview of very common skin conditions and lesions, and serve as a platform for people to discuss, the skin conditions that they have. I also hope to provide research evidence-based medicine in the treatments that are offered for the various skin conditions. Yeah, I just want to, bring real evidence for dermatology, and also to educate people about the things I've seen and learned through my training in dermatology. What is this channel going to be about? I think I mentioned this before, but essentially my channel is going to be on dermatology and skincare, specifically using research evidence to show the science behind the conditions themselves, as well as the treatments that actually are scientifically proven to work. I also hope to inspire other people who want to do dermatology as well. So yeah, and that's why I've started this YouTube channel in the first place. What is my favorite thing about being a YouTuber? I think being a YouTuber allows me the platform to be creative and to be really myself. I like making videos. I like, filming them, and I definitely like hitting the publish button once everything is ready to be published. I also love comments, so keep them coming because it really motivates me to do more videos like this. I have to say there are times when I am feeling low, down, unmotivated. The comments really, encourage me to do more YouTube videos. And yeah, this is where I am, and I hope to keep doing what I like doing for as long as I can, really. The last question is, what is the hardest part about creating YouTube videos? I think the hardest part probably for me is being comfortable in front of the camera. I think I have a hard time trying to be comfortable talking to myself in front of the camera like this. It might seem deceptively simple, but to me, I get quite nervous and my mind goes to a blank, and I talk rubbish sometimes when I'm just speaking in front of the camera without a script. Even now, sometimes I ramble on and on and on about things and I don't make sense. So that's probably the hardest part. There are of course other problems that I face on a daily basis before I hit the publish button for my videos. And they would include things like, the internet speed. So that is a problem when you want to try to upload things or download images and videos. The other thing is the time aspect. So as you know, I work as a full-time doctor, and so I really don't have the time to make videos after work because I finish work quite late sometimes, well, most of the time. And then on the weekend, I sometimes just want to relax and not do anything productive. I just want to lie down, watch TV, eat junk food. Yeah, so these are some of the challenges, but the main challenge probably would be trying to be comfortable in front of the camera and speaking coherently. And there we go, these are some of the questions that you guys asked me, and I have hopefully answered them all. If you have further questions, do drop them down below and I shall try my best to answer them. And if you like watching this video and would like similar content like this, do drop me a comment down below to let me know what I should make next time. Thank you for watching once again. See you next time. Bye bye.